The second game of the match between Honor players and the Scrubs is going to be played on the first home map of the Scrubs, which seems to be Vinlandsaga, so unusual choice. Wouldn't really expect that to be used by players like them, but they are definitely going for it, and we are seeing that Matawa, their opponents, Honor players, is sticking with, or rather switching into Oranos. Green Sea Squash is sticking with Oranos, and the last player is going to be replaced. Gold Lion is replaced by Kiryudai, who is going to be playing set, which makes sense because Kiryudai is originally a Ramain, so he is having quite a lot more extra experience with the Egyptians. For the Scrubs, we are seeing Fox as Oranos. Slightly unusual. We usually see him in team games and especially high-level games as ISIS or the Egyptians overall, with his teammate Magic being Set and Shelty being Oranos. Alright, so basically the same civilizations all around, so let's see who is going to be executing better. The Vinlandsaga of course starts for the same, or rather for all the players the same, with just a few villages, and of course the transport boat to actually allow you to transport into the mainland that is at the top of the map, and that's where everybody needs to move because it's bountiful on resources whereas on your homeland you're having just small gold and a few berries, even though this is right now a pretty good spawn with 5 of them. Sometimes you can get even less, but 5, that's not how bad. Kinda interesting shape of the island for Matawa, which is not really all that lucky because of course this is going to be very easily assailable from the water, especially this gold mine, and this will force him to land all that sooner. But usually nobody is really sticking to the main island, to the home island all that long. So yeah, it should be pretty much the same for all of them. In the meantime, of course, the water is going to be useful for early economy as on any kind of water map, as we are seeing the first transports reaching the other side of the map. Red is rather yellow. No, red, yellow. No, this is green. God damn it. Colors, colors, colors. And in the middle, we are seeing that Kilura is already transported as well, and with him on the right, Fox and Shelty. So the only one who is right now unaccounted for, but not for much longer, is Imeji, who is landing at very interesting location because he's definitely going for a bit different idea for the map, and that's usually a correct one, because if you are controlling the side of the map, which is something that, for example, Chrono JJ is bound to do, rather wants to do on a map like this, you are controlling a whole lot of economy. You can see so many fishes in here. At the bottom side, basically the same. And if you are able to capture some TCs, you are basically out of harm's way, because most of the battles in this map happen right next to front shoreline. And if you are booming at the back, of course, are a bit better off as opposed to the other players. Well, so far we are seeing pretty good positions of all the TCs, forming kinda curious V. That's really kinda curious that it spawned this way. That's 4 and 4 to the top, and looking at the positions overall, it's really better spawned for Honor players. Slightly better, but nothing that would be, I don't know, game changing or some such. That really isn't the case in here. But we are already seeing a bit of relics being discovered, and of course quite a lot of oracles standing all around the place and scouting as much as they can and as fast as they can, so that potentially they help their teammates set with the shifting sands and where they should be going. We are at 2.5, so maybe the Oranosis will be advancing sometime soon. But in the meantime, some relics, for example, human soldier pierce armor, not bad. Another one for better. Oh, siege tower attack. Nice one for the Egyptians. Better villager farming rate, yet again pretty great relic. Continuing with faster infantry build time. Useful, better manor hit points, also useful, and the last relic at the bottom is for better Toxots, Chariots, Throwing Axemen, and Archive hit points, which is of course going to be quite useful. In the meantime, we are seeing a bit of a catch right now for Matawa, who is gonna lose this Oracle to those Graylings because they do not give up on this version of the map on Wobbly Balance patch. And probably might be threatening also Green Sea Squash, so he needs to be careful where he ends up so that he doesn't really need them to his teammates. He definitely wants to lure them next to his opponents, as that would be, yeah, pretty nice gift by them, rather for them. In the meantime, Metal has already landed. You can see also Dock, or rather Temple being finished by Green Sea Squash, so they should be advancing to the next ages already. Prometheus, of course, comes one, but so far not second, because Metallo is really taking his time. And where is he attempting to build the temple? somewhere in here. But yeah, why did he actually do this? Hoofs are killing even the piggies that are not the correct color. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with them? But I'm kinda curious what's going to happen in here because Matawa is not building a temple. Is he maybe sending resources? No, he isn't. So what the hell is happening in here? Let's pause this. Switch into Matawa. Right now going for temple at 4:33, so that's going to be very late advance, like 6 minutes. He's housed. And really, what went wrong for him? I'm not exactly all that sure. He must have misplayed somewhere. But it's definitely costing him right now, so let's return to the normal game, because we are already seeing that players are advancing into the next ages. Got Fox, Green Sea Squash, and Shelty, so they are going to be having a huge advantage. Shelty and Fox are already establishing themselves on this part of the island, and of course we are seeing the economy on the sea booming from Magic, and even though it is booming on the left side from Green Sea Squash as well, it's of course not going to be as effective from him, because he is not Egyptian and cannot build docks on the side of the main island with just the boats. Well, so far not really all that many battles, just the Skrellings in absolutely everything. As a bit of water economy is being replaced by Matawa through the hunt. And well, bit of help needed, but I'm kind of thinking that he could actually be taking them on. It's not like they're having some kind of huge attack. And well, right now they are taking just with the piggies yet again and going to be using against the Oracle as well. So we are seeing casting off a vision at the back and 15 cents right now by Kiludai. So he's going to be attempting to steal the TC at the very back, which is not a bad idea, because even though Magic is taking the TC in front of him, this is of course going to be a bit of a surprise, as they are not counting with anything like that, and that means there might be a potential for a surprise in the end. So far not any kind of big battles happening, as Yellow is going to be joining with Red in the pocket, but of course, since Magic is there as well, they are right now going to be killing Metalos villages, and yep, the weird gameplay is definitely going to be costing him quite a lot. It's really looking like that this map is not off to a good start for Honor players, whereas for the Scraps, it's really going very nicely indeed so far. Everybody just killing the animals around. Not only the Skrellings, but Fox as well. Well, in the meantime, of course, on the left, we are seeing army finally coming up from Green Sea Squash. As on the water, we are seeing at least a few battles. But, oh, this is actually a pretty clever play, because Matawa is advancing just now, so late, and he's maybe not even going to be advancing. Oh man, this is close. Is he gonna advance? Wow. just is. But still losing the town center is not ideal at all, because of course he's going to be losing all of the buildings, like the manor and the extra citizens on this island. That was because of their transport, so it wasn't really kind of chef instance or anything. It was just normally transported, and we are right now looking at the battle at the top with Matawa being at 0 TCs. That Kiludai is under attack from both Fox and Shelty, and I wouldn't be surprised if Magic also joined in there as well. In the meantime, though, he is quite interested in battle at the bottom, but we are seeing the resign from Green Sea Squash, Kiludai, and Metawa following as well, as this game definitely did not go their way, and we are seeing the match being right now 2-0 for the Scraps, because they executed nicely, and I'm going to be yet again looking what went wrong from Metawa, because this is really seriously confusing. Seriously confusing indeed. I'm just going to be checking the post game first, and then gonna switch to that, the replay, as we are seeing .fox. Yeah, why not? It's not like you can really say who was the MVP in such a short game. Green Sea Squash basically had the best game from all the Honor players this time around. Pickle Age 641. Yeah, that sure isn't gonna work out. That sure isn't going to work out. Both sets playing very close by. Very similar gameplay from them. Well, let's check the gameplay yet again then, and follow Matawa. Previous bookmark, of course. Let's switch into Matawa's point of view. Play fast. And what's going wrong for him? First, he isn't transporting the oracles into the mainland. That's of course a problem always. He housed himself at the start, so that's... Or has he housed himself? Not exactly sure if maybe it's normal for Oranosis. But it definitely isn't optimal. And I think it actually wasn't all that great. Because usually, or rather often what you see is that Oranosis can delete one of the oracles, which gives them a bit of an opportunity to get ahead of the housing problem. But right now that's not really helping for him. And you can see that he is attempting to build extra fishing boat, but not really having enough. In 2 fishing boats right now, whereas his ally is already having 3. So yeah, he definitely messed up the build order, and like big time. You can see right now he's having 2 on food, 2 on wood. His ally is having 2 food, 1, 2 wood as well, but different order. It's not really getting enough numbers in there, and that's right now, that's going to be 4th fishing boat, whereas his ally also Atlantean is having also 4, so right now they should be basically equal. So why isn't he getting enough resources for the upgrade? Build an extra villager, as he's right now transporting with 3 of them, and his ally transported just 1. And it's already going to the next age. I'm thinking, he already is. So what's the difference right now? That Matawa is still not having any kind of food. Whereas, for example, Green Sea Squash is already through 31, 35. They're having the same population limit. 5 fishing boats, or rather 8 fishing boats already. Whereas just 4. Actually, he's already having enough as well. So I maybe missed those at the top. So absolutely confused what's going on. Maybe somebody in the chat will know what actually went wrong. Because I'm really not seeing it. What went so wrong for Matawa? That he would be so terribly behind. But those 3 villages of course doesn't help. That was kinda risky for him. But it's almost looking like that he actually went for land build order and not for water one. So yeah, let's restart it again. And compare, for example, with Green Sea Squash, where the villages will be going. As I'm really quite curious. Going for the rock, of course, so that's the same as you would be expecting. Going for wood. Also, right now he's going for food as well. Building another villager as well. End up out now house. Then the house pretty much the same. But of course we could have seen a bit more efficiency on Green Sea Squash. Green Sea Squash's part. So that's the same. 2 fishing boats. 2 fishing boats. As the next 2 go in for wood line. The same in here. And he doesn't have enough food. Let's pause this now. Matawa just now getting enough. Whereas his teammate Green Sea Squash is having 50 food more. And he's also building a lot sooner. So there had to be some problem with the fishies. But I don't really see it all that much. So this is really getting me kinda confused. I'm not really sure what's up with the problem in this game. For Matawa, why he had to advance at 640. Right now we're at 230. Should be the time where temple is gonna get built sometime soon. It's already transporting with the 1 villager. We are seeing 4, 5, 6 fishing boats right now for green. Whereas for blue we are seeing 3, 4. That's of course 5th. 5. 6th being built. And he's going with 3 villages as a transport. Yeah, that's kind of weird. It's kind of a whole lot. And they could have waited a bit more, I'm thinking. Matawa is at 55 food, whereas Green Sea Squash is at 50, so they are basically the same. Okay, so those two villages could be actually making the difference, and the reason why he was advancing so damn late. As the temple is being dropped, Matawa should be having enough as well. For a temple, he definitely does have. And yep, right now you can see that Green Sea Scourge has basically stopped villages, or rather, it stopped with villages, and is advancing. He's right now having 400 to 400 food, whereas his ally isn't, because he isn't using those two villages to gather anything. Interesting, that could probably be the reason. That could probably be a reason. Right now, though, he is still having just 2 on food, whereas his ally is also having the same. I don't know. I absolutely don't know what went wrong in this game for Matawa. I just don't see it. I just don't really see it. My only guess is that those 2 villagers missing is the difference, but it doesn't really make sense. And the second problem was that he was housed for, I don't know, about 15 seconds. Rather than 10-15 seconds, which basically prevented villager from coming up. That does make a difference. And then he was having a lower amount of boats. So yeah, there was some kind of mishap at the start. And it was really such a minuscule, or rather mistake, that we don't really see it all that clearly in the map. And that meant that he advanced 2 minutes later than his allies. Well, GG then. Tough luck for Matawa in this game. Ah, no, not quit.